Discipleship happens in the everyday moments of life. Hey, I'm Pastor Matt here with your Missionary Pathway Mission Insight. And this insight stuck out to me because I remember a story of trying to teach my kids about grace through donuts. So track with me. I have 3 small boys, 10, 8, and 6 at the recording of this video. Now here's the deal. Some days we need to get out of the house and it's easy and it's flawless and things are great. And then there's other days. Those days where nobody wants to get dressed, nobody wants to go where we need to be going, and everybody is complaining and not honestly behaving that well every step of the way. This was one of those mornings. We were trying to go to church. I was trying to get them into their kids' church. I was trying to go through the morning so I could actually get some time to worship God with my family. And by the end of church, it had been what I would classify as not a great morning of behaving. And as we're leaving church, my wife goes, "Let's get donuts." And I was like, whoa, donuts were not earned today. We will not be getting donuts. Donuts are for kids that are listening. This was my parenting tactic at that moment. And so we sat there and we sat in that moment and that reality for a little while that, you know what, because of the way we were acting, we didn't deserve to get donuts. And they sat in that for a little bit. And then I had a thought, what a great opportunity to be able to teach grace. So I looked at my kids and I said, "Do you guys know what grace is?" And they said, "No, what's grace?" I said, "Grace is when you get something you could not earn and you do not deserve. God gives us grace. Listen, you guys don't earn or deserve donuts this morning, but not because of what you deserve, but because of the grace I want to show you. We're gonna go get donuts." Now, I know it sounds kind of funny and you may be thinking, "I think you just wanted donuts, Pastor Matt." Well, maybe, but in that moment, an amazing thing happened. My kids started to really grab a hold of the concept of grace. In fact, my middle son from the back of the car says, "So what do you do with grace when you have it?" I was like, "Well, when you have grace, you can share it." And it led to a great conversation about grace. See, if we hadn't have taken that opportunity, that everyday moment to disciple our kids in grace, they wouldn't understand grace as well as they do today, because sometimes things shouldn't be taught, they should be experienced. And that's why discipleship is so powerful in the everyday moments of life. So how can we find those everyday moments of life to disciple somebody? Well, the first way is this: be sensitive to discipling moments. There are all kinds of moments that come throughout your day where, whether it's your kids or somebody you're in a discipling relationship with, that you can point out where God's at work, how God's at work, or how we can live as God's people. So be sensitive to when those moments come out. Number 2, show how God is present in those moments. Like with the grace and the donuts, it was an opportunity to say, look, you have a God who gives you things that you don't deserve and you couldn't earn. My kids were learning faith is received and not achieved. But if I had missed that moment, I would have missed the opportunity to teach them that. But I had to call out God in that moment. I couldn't just say, let's go get donuts. Remember to call out clearly where God is. And then finally, don't feel like you have to preach a sermon. I didn't sit there and go on a 15-minute sermon digging into passages on grace. I decided to take the moment, to let the moment live as long as they wanted it to live, and then to let it lie. Because discipleship happens in the everyday moments of life. And when you're looking for those everyday moments of life, you're gonna find out there's lots of opportunities to disciple. So you don't have to say it all in one moment. Well, I hope this mission insight was helpful for you. If it was, click like and subscribe, and then share this out with somebody else that could use this mission insight. And if you'd like to learn more about how you can disciple, whether it's your family or the people around you, or just share the gospel in the places you live, work, learn, and play, check out themissionarypathway.org. Themissionarypathway.org is filled with resources to help you learn how to make disciples in the everyday spaces of life. And if we can help you with that, we would love to help you with that. So until next time, it's a joy hanging out with you right here on Mission Insights.